back to Exoria. During my foraging trips in the Ashlands, I've stumbled upon a new kind of building. It looks like a small cottage with some strange plants outside and some rune circle of some kind, like Stone Edge. It's rune stones with chisel runestone on top. I actually found two of them, but one was quite infested with lava pouring down, so I built a small wall beside it so it shouldn't drench the whole thing. Some of the pieces did burn up, but I think we'll investigate this later, and we'll get back to the quest at hand. One other thing you might notice that is the health bar. I have gotten 2 extra hearts, and that's because I have been eating my vegetables, or rather my carbs. Protein, or the protein I mean. The protein has passed 90%, and that gives me 2 extra hearts. So I need to get more carbs. So back to the farm. And as you can see, the farm has been growing quite a bit. It took some time to get all the dirt from the strainers, but all different kinds of seeds are growing here, and we are primarily interested in the wheat. The other thing is an extra bonus, and it's more precious things to eat. I have also added up a second set of strainers, but these strainers, the nets, are going out quite fast, so it's a tedious job to get the fibers and sticks to keep them running. So I hope we can get to metal soon, so we get more durable strainers. Our next quest that we are going to start with is the better furnace, and this is the one here, and to do that we need first a stone Gallagher. You can also see that we have unlocked a second quest line, the magical life, but we are not going to start there quite yet. We are going to get deeper into this before we continue. So a stone Gallagher, what's that then? Stone Gallagher. We need some stone and some fiber and some sticks, and I think I have some stone here, and I do have sticks, so the Gallagher is the easy part. Look at it, and then you can detect it later. Cobblestone 64. I have prepared this before, so we have 64 cobblestone. And then we should fix some obsidian shards. And obsidian shards are retrieved by using the Gallagher on obsidian. That will yield the obsidian shard, and the obsidian shard, if we melt it, it gives us the obsidian plate. So we need to get some obsidian and bash 8 of them into shards. So let's grab a bucket, not 5, 1 is enough, and some water. So I have this lava pool here that we can just make some fun with. Let's see how deep this one is, and then we can I think I'll just, to be sure that we don't lose any shards, I think it's just one deep. It looks like that. Yeah. So let's, I think, did it say shift right click? Yeah. And this will take a while, and hopefully it will result in something. 6 shards, great! We are on our way. And there we have our 9 obsidian shards. What should I do with the rest? Well, anyway, back into the house and let us cook them up. So put them in there, get one charcoals, and light it up and wait a while. So the obsidian plates are done, and next step is to make 8 hardened stone and then use them to make a furnace. So hardened stone, I think that's where we are going to make and use our hardened stone. Yep. Oh, we are cooking those up first. So first we need to cook these cobblestones onto regular stones, and that will quite use some. If they did 8, so this is 8 of those should be in there. And let's cook this up. While we wait for the stone to be cooked, let's craft some shears. I found these flint shears that are probably more durable than the wooden one. This requires the flaked flint, and that you get by flaking the normal flaked flint. Then you get the flaked flint point. So just make that, and let's see how, if they can stand more these noises. Some fairy burning here somewhere. I don't know. I'm stuck in the tree. So they are quite more durable than the wooden ones. I think the wooden ones would have been broken by now. So yeah, I think I'll stick with these ones. Great, now we have our stone and our obsidian plate. So let's make the hardened stone. Like that. And with hardened stone we can make, big mistake. I think I can pick this up. It will take a while. I am going to use the question mark from now on, instead of trying to place things on top of the grid, which leads to utter failure. Okay, let's do the, what's it called? not fountain of youth, the furnace. Thank you. Furnace. So there we have it, and the furnace is done. Now we need the wattle and daub, and for that we need wicker. Wattle and daub, and we can use a cob or create new cob and use wicker. So did it say 40? In that case we need like 5 of these wickers, and that means 20 wheat and 25 sticks. Did it say 40? It's restriction, yeah. So I'll get some wickers and get back to you. While I was harvesting, I noticed that it didn't seem that the wheat were growing so much, or I went AFK for a while, and then I remember that these things are in different chunks, as you might see, and if not the chunk is loaded, then nothing is happening when you are present in that area. So if I am in this area and that chunk isn't loaded, nothing will grow. So in order to fix that, you can go into this little claim chunks, and here you can see a map, and you can mark those chunks you want to be loaded, chunk loaded all the time, so crops grow and strainers do their thing. But in order to be able to claim any chunks, you must be part of a team. So let's create a team. Let's name it Exoria. Nice looking color. And then we have a team. And then you can switch to the claim chunks and then mark by dragging the mouse like that, and then you have claimed that chunk, those chunks. You can also, I think it's shift click in those chunks you want to have chunk loaded, and you get a red border. So shift right clicking. If you right click, you deselect it, and if you right click deselect, left click select, shift left click, mark as chunk loaded. So now we have our base already always chunk loaded. Back to the wicker. To make the wicker, and then we need to do like this, and then we have 10 wicker. That should be enough to fix 40 wattle and daub, or even 80 wattle and daub. I miscalculated a bit, but we need to take down the cob from the ceiling or create new ones. No tool. So I'll take down the roof. So the cob is taken down from the ceiling, and let's make some wattle and daub. We get a bunch load and just replace this one. This is harder, you need a pickaxe to remove this one. So just placing this should be a good start. And to place the furnace later on. didn't know. I don't know why I couldn't place it from below, but now it's there. And now the furnace. I think that we remove this one. We don't need it. And replace it with this one instead. So now we have a regular furnace that we can use like this. Didn't it detect? Yes, it did. Yeah, that was done before. So now we have a better furnace. And what's next? Let's see. We have tinkering. This one is good. I you know, when we did these use the strainers, I stumbled upon these small gemstones, and I wondered what you could do with them. I haven't seen them before. So let's see if we have any other of these kinds, but the sapphires and the tanzanites are used in a special recipe like this. You can use the bane of cobble, or the bane of trees, and the bane of leaves. And the good thing about this is that they are unbreakable, so we don't need to craft any shears to bring down leaves, or any axes or hatchets to bring down trees. So and they have the lumberjack. Isn't that you take down the entire tree? Cobble breaker. Can that be that it breaks the cobble without reducing it to rocks, perhaps? And this with ++ and height ++, that means that it takes is it 3x3 leaves? So I think it should be good to do these bane tools. And I think we start with this one. You need a stone rod, hardened stone. Do we have any? I think I made some more of these. Yeah, stone and hardened stone. How many do I need? I need 1, 2, 3 hardened stones. So let's make 3 of those. Hardened stone. 3 of those, great. And then we need a stone rod. And since I only have 2 tanzanites, I can only do 2 of these. But I think I'll take the bane of cobble first, and then the bane of trees. And then we need to wait for another tanzanite before we can do the bane of leaves. So great. Remove these ones. So let's go and try one of these bane of leaves. Looky. Chop the lower one and the entire tree will go away. I think that's lovely, and no fuss at all. Very nifty. Great. This is a great tool. Okay, let's see then with the bane of cobble. I think we should do. It's time to make a cobble generator. It's much due. So where should we put a cobble generator? Perhaps we should have one around here isn't in the way. Perhaps a bit. Well, let's make one here. So we need some place for the water to go from and go down there, and then for safety we do the lava like that. So the water goes there, and then we can have the lava and the cobble will be generated there. So let's go and fetch some lava. Where is the closest one? It's beneath us. I don't want to go there. I just wander in. But we have some lava over here. Dum dum dum. We're out in the wilderness. Yes. We got some lava. And we run up the hill. That way. Some other way. There we go. So now let's see how this works. Bane of cobble. Isn't that good? This is perfect. So this is a big leap forward in grinding. So it's not so difficult to find a cobble or the trees that we need. Just waiting for another Tasmarine before we are complete with the leaves as well. Great. I don't think perhaps isn't it possible to use this one on this? No. That didn't work. We are stuck with the hatchet for now. I think so. Okay, they are good for any other things anyway. So we are detecting not these ones. Just quite. Yeah. Great. That's good. So what's up next? We want to go to the foundry because we want to make metals. So perhaps crushing is the next task at hand. We need then. I have the only possibility to make copper ingots, but plates are probably more useful for crafting machines. Crushing table where I can flatten ingots into plates is very much needed. Okay, so a crushing table and a stone hammer. That's the next step. While the furnace is doing its thing, I checked the strainers and they were out of nets as usual. So let's fill them in and see if we got the look, a tensionite. I think now we are able to make the last of the vein tools. So let's make the vein. This one, what? Yeah. Looksy. Let's go try it out. It should be 3x3 or? Yeah. Goody. This is much easier. And no durability loss whatsoever. This is fantastic. Sorry, did I hit you, little fella? Okay. That was great. So now when I've collected all this, things. Let's go back and see. We were about to make a crushing table. And just unloading all this like that. The crushing table. I think we have managed all resources. Yeah, and then we place it like there. And then we also need the hammer. The stone hammer. It didn't recognize it. Need to pick this one up. Pickaxe. Where are you? Thank you. A bit slow. Okay. Next step is to make a copper plate. And copper plate, we have the copper here. So what can we do with it? We can, of course, if we close the door, use the furnace and melt it. This will produce a nugget, and when we have 9 of those, we can combine them into a copper ingot. So we wait a while. And now we have some copper ingots. Let's grab those. And we can make a copper ingot. No, not that one. I want the recipe for that one. There we have it. And now we put it on the crushing table. And then right click to make a copper plate. Great! Oops. Now we have the crushing complete. And we are able to go into the foundry. That will be a task for next time. Today we completed the better furnace. We got some really great tools in the tinkering quest and the crushing that opens up to metal working and foundry. So until next time, have a nice time. Bye.